The All India Conference of the Agricultural Workers Union is being held in Howrah, and this conference is taking place at a time when our country is experiencing the worst effects of the Hindutva corporate authoritarian regime, which is the Modi government. Now, as a result of the policies of this government, Modi government, which is nakedly pro-corporate, which is neoliberal, and which is helping international finance capital, what has happened is that the living conditions of the working people of our country has further deteriorated. The agricultural workers in India constitute some of the most oppressed and exploited sections of our society, and they have borne the brunt of the agrarian crisis in this country. All over the country we know that agricultural workers do not get even 100 days of regular work now, and the rural wage rate has in real terms fallen in the last few years. So the agrarian proletariat is an important component of the resistance that is being built up against the Hindutva corporate regime. We saw the farmers struggle, year-long struggle in 21 and to the beginning of 22. But that was mainly about the issues of the farmers concerning their prices, the procurement, MSP, etc. But agricultural workers who are mainly landless, who have no other means of production, they have been the worst sufferers, as I said, of the agrarian crisis. And it is this section which is today being discussed and deliberated upon by the All India Agricultural Workers Union Conference. And at present in India, as I said, the Hindutva corporate regime, the corporates of our country are dominated or represented by the biggest industrialists, big business houses. And how the Modi government has promoted their favorite capitalist, a form of crony capitalism, is seen by the exposure of the fraudulent dealings of the biggest business house in India, which is the Adani group of companies. On the one hand, the Hindutva government is so pro-corporate and pro-big business that it has resulted in the meteoric rise of one businessman, that is Gautam Adani, who became last year the third richest man in the world and the most richest man in Asia. So this is the type of extreme inequality which has developed. A handful of big capitalists are today monopolizing the wealth and assets of the country, while the working class, the peasantry and agricultural workers have been at the receiving end, and they suffer from lack of employment, lack of decent wages, and lack of social security and minimum health and education facilities. So the Agricultural Labour Conference will discuss on how to strengthen the agricultural labour movement, strengthen the organization of agricultural workers, and also discuss the other important subject, which is to build close links and solidarity with other sections of the working people, particularly the peasantry and the working class. And already the Center of Indian Trade Unions, the All India Kisan Sabha and the Agricultural Workers Union have decided to conduct a joint campaign, which is actually going on now in the country, and they will be holding a massive rally on the 5th of April in Delhi to highlight the demands of the workers, the peasantry and the agricultural workers. This will be an important step in building resistance of the basic classes against the Hindutva corporate regime. The other aspect, the political aspect of the struggle is that the Modi government, as we know, has consolidated its authoritarian grip over the country by resorting to large-scale attacks on democracy or democratic rights and using draconian laws to try to suppress dissent among citizens, in the media, and also targeting the minorities. So the battle against the Hindutva forces and ideology has to go hand in hand with the struggle of the working people on their own demands and on the question of their livelihood, etc. So the struggle, the economic struggle, the struggle against the neoliberal policies and the struggle against the Hindutva ideology and Hindutva communalism have to be combined. It is the combination of these two streams of struggle which will result in the isolation and weakening of the RSS BJP combined, and also pave the way for political change or transformation, which we are working towards in the coming Lok Sabha elections, which will be held in 2024. Before the Lok Sabha elections, we are already having a series of assembly elections. This year, 2023, there are going to be 8 assembly elections. And the first of those elections is actually being held today in Tripura. The polling is going on for the assembly election. And here also, there is a BJP government which came into office 5 years ago. And just as in the center, the state government also has been adopting dictatorial posture, suppressing democratic rights, attacking democracy, unleashing repression on the opposition, mainly the left front. And this assembly election is also a key battle in the fight against the Hindutva corporate regime. So both at the level of the mobilization and widening struggle of the different sections of working people and the wider struggle for defense of democracy, secularism, federalism, and against authoritarianism, these struggles will have to be combined and made into a powerful movement in the coming days. Yes.